Hello, you all. We are back, coming to you live from the 20th Annual Player Networking event here in Miami. I am here with another one of the amazing people that are in the room.
Who that? Who that?
Does he need any introduction? This event has been so awesome already. This is just day one. We've got 2 more days, and I am sitting here right now
with Mckenzie, Super Bowl champion, New Orleans Saints.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm here.
I'm already feeling it.
I'm
already
Florida.
feeling it.
I'm hometown. This is what it's about. Hometown kids coming back and having an opportunity to have an impact in the community. The last time I seen a football field was on a football field. It was right there at SunTrust. We left out with the medals to show we are champions. And now we're just the champions in the community, doing everything that we can to assist upward mobility for our youth in our community.
And so we've been talking, that idea of that reach back, that's been coming up a lot today, and I think that is so important. One, for those young people to see somebody like you that's showing up for them and showing them also what's important. Yeah, it's good to be great at the game, but the fact that you are back here with these kids today, because day one was our high school athlete day, the fact that you are in this room with these young people.
PNE made it happen. God Troop was instrumental back in the summer. A lot of times people don't realize the preparation that goes into being successful. So Guy and I, we was talking way back in July about what we envisioned for this particular weekend. And I told Guy, I just want to make sure young people that come from where I come from have an opportunity to experience something that's not about football. It's not about the game. It's about life skills. It's about networking, and I think PNE does an awesome job of showing that. So it's not just talking about it. This was a living example of what planning and preparation does. We was able to bring out over 7 high schools to participate, 4 of which are state champions. We had Carroll City in the building. We had Booker T in the building. We had Norland alumni. That's me and my partners. That's our baby. We're Vikings from here. We had Central in the building. We had North Miami, and we had 2 schools from Broward. So it was inclusive. We wanted as many schools that we could get involved. But the sponsorship is always a key component when you're looking at a weekend like this. I told Guy, you took the biggest burden, off of us, and that was just having the location somewhere where we didn't have to worry about. Then from there, everything else just fell into place.
So you talked about that preparation, and I thought today was so good because it brought in those young people and allowed them to have those adult conversations, practice their networking, learning about those life skills and the things that are outside of the game. What do you think for you was the biggest or the most impactful part of the preparation for you as a player coming from this neighborhood, and being able to go on and be a Super Bowl champion?
Just understanding the different transitions that happen in life. I mean, I was a young kid that I must have took the ACT, SAT over 20 times. And I still didn't go off to school when it was time. I remained back because I did not qualify. And I'm a prime example of not giving up, not quitting. Now, maybe if I would have planned and prepared and studied for the test, I just figured, man, if I kept on taking it, I would pass it. And it wasn't until I took the time to prepare for it that I was able to succeed. But I like to tell people that because it's not like I took it 1 time, 2 times. I took it over 20 times. The amount of money that I cost my parents in signing up for that test to qualify. And mind you, I told you, I graduated in '94. I didn't mention that, but it wasn't until the spring of '95 that I actually went to school because and it was hard seeing my other peers go off to school and being left behind. And it was like, it was an eye-opening situation where I had to transition. You know, I was kind of in twilight. I was finished high school. I was supposed to go to college, but I wasn't there yet. And so that 6 months of not being where I wanted to be and those life skills, those lessons that I learned there was life-changing.
I bet. And you can speak to that to these young people.
Correct.
That is something that they're not going to learn about in a book.
That's right.
You being able to say, this is what I went through. This is how I would have wished I would prepare. Yes, it worked out, definitely. But you can bring that real world experience to them and allow them to see, hey, don't do like I did.
Right, right. And that's what this networking deal with PNE was really all about. It's having opportunities to share those stories, and that's why it was so important for me personally to be a part of the organizing of bringing high school kids out to hopefully share those things with them. We had a lot of underclassmen that had not even took the test yet, 10th graders, 11th graders, and so being able to share the importance of preparing for the challenges that's certainly going to come was really what the networking event was all about for us.
This was so, I mean, good.
34 Ways Foundation. We meet people where they're at and help them elevate to where they want to go. It's not about us. It's about the 34 ways and all the numerous ways that we can, as a community, uplift, share our experiences. And I tell people, it's not just about the dollars. One of my closest friends is LaRon Frazier. He finds time in his busy schedule to, we bring a group of kids. We're going to have a group of kids at the Super Bowl providing community service. We get an opportunity through Center Plate to give kids real life exposure to workforce. So we have a bunch of volunteers that come out, help us while we run concessions at the pro games. And it's not just a pro game, it's anything that's happening at SunTrust Stadium. So that's big for us, not just talking about it, but being able to bring kids to real life components where they get to actively take things that they learned in the classroom and exercise it.
That you just said something that resonated with me, another P, partnership. Definitely for you as a player, you know the value of being on a team and working together. What do you think, well, you talked about it already, what 34 Ways has been allowed to do. How has creating those partnerships, building that network, how has that helped you really expand the footprint and the impact of the organization?
Well, as entrepreneurs, we all know that there's a lot of preparation, there's a lot of planning, and the planning part of it is something that was on display for us, because if you didn't know, it looks easy sometimes, but we started back in July. You know, working for this weekend.
For this weekend.
For this weekend here. And so just to be here, I was almost out the door. But it was a blessing. I got called back in and I'm like, this is what it's about, letting young people know that you can dream big, but it's going to be some work. You got to put the work, you got to put the effort in, and at the end of the day, if you don't prepare to be successful, you're working on failing.
That right there is the perfect way. Mike, thank you so much for your time. I know your time is tight. Can you tell, before you leave, tell the people that are watching where they can find out more information about everything that you're doing, especially this weekend?
34 Ways Foundation, www.34waysfoundation.com or .org. You can also go to floridamemorial.com for more information. They're doing a tremendous job at our only HBCU here in South Florida in Miami. Support them. We need all of the HBCUs to get the support they deserve. They deserve it. Our community deserve it. And we have a lot of sharp people that represents across the country. So put that out there. Let people know. I'm Mike Mckenzie. It's 34 Ways. We signing out.
He's Mike Mckenzie. I'm Moniek James. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. So you all.